Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one breaking down the Phantom Phenom Showdown event that's live in your game now. If you look on the right of the screen, I have how many points you can get from each guy, the total you can get, and what you can get with everyone but Macho and everyone and Macho. So basically you can take your totals on the right in the pink column there and add them up with the guys you have and see how many points you're gonna have available. So the first thing I want to start with in this event is there is no guarantee of getting Taker. You can max the event and you will not get him. So that's important to know. If you look on the left of the screen, I have what's actually in the bag. Contains up to 200 shards of Undertaker Glowing Phantom Phenom or a chance at his 2-star bronze poster. So there is no guarantee you get the 2-star bronze. So what that means is even if you max the event, you're going to get 16 total bags, and if it's anything like we've experienced in the past, you can probably expect to average 15 to 20 shards per those 16 bags. So that's about 320 shards. So it's really not looking like anyone's going to come out of this getting Taker unless it's from leader milestones or straight up spending pulls. So know that going into it, there is no guarantee you're going to get Taker. I would suspect we will see hardly any of the 2-star bronzes pulled. I hope I'm wrong. But even if you max the event, you're not even going to be close to his 4-star silver unlock. So just know that ahead of time. Even if you have everyone except for the new Macho, you cannot max it. You're probably looking at approximately 71 loot pulls, depending on how many daily coins you get, depending on your weekly showdown coin, that kind of stuff. Somewhere between 55 and 75 pulls, most likely. So you're talking at least another $100 if you have everyone except for Macho. If you have Macho, you can max it if you get everything else. So let's assume no spending. You can get to the second to the last rank, which does have Edge in it. That's at 8.4 million. You'd be missing out at 5 of the Taker bags if you don't max it, so 11 Taker bags is what you're going to get. I think realistically, most people are going to get to Award 8. And that's not bad. There's some good stuff in there. There's an epic strap. I know I'm disappointed about having no shot at Taker for sure. So don't get me wrong. But Award 8 is fairly low at 5.2 million. And Evil Cena himself is going to give you 2.25 million. And if you max Showdown, you're going to get just from that an easy 900,000. For maxing the weekly showdown. So you're just with those two, you're over Award 6 right there. So really good chance for everyone to get Brock if you don't have Brock yet. Edge is certainly doable. At 8.4 million, you could probably miss out on let's see, who are the rare ones? Let's say Bruno. No Bruno would bring you down to 10 million and change. No Bruno and no Volkov, 9 million and change. So obviously you wouldn't have Edge. So you could have no Bruno, no Volkov, no Edge, and no Macho, and still able to get Edge. So that part is pretty cool for those of you that don't have Edge. I don't know that this last milestone with these 5 bags and 50,000 ingots is just going to be worth spending. You'll have to decide that on your own. To me, it's not, given the ratio and odds we've had at pulling guys from bags. So when you go in and do this event this weekend, I was hoping for a shot at Taker, and it looks like I won't have that. Other than that, that pretty much covers the showdown. It is pretty good. Like I said, most everyone should have no problem getting to milestone 8, and for the most part, I think a good chunk of the community will be able to get to Award 9. So there's a lot of good stuff along the way. A bunch of very needed strap parts. I'm actually happy about that. Some TP You know, a rare strap, I'm going to be selling that for parts. Brock will be shards for me, but he'll be unlocks for a lot of people, so that's really cool. The epic strap, not unhappy about that for the new guys. So if you missed out on talent up or something, you could put it on your robot Cena. You could put it on warrior. So yeah, it's overall it's not terrible. It's disappointing for someone like myself that was really hoping to have a shot at Taker. So like if you want to know where you're going to add up your totals on the pink column for the guys you have. You should be able to get to 7 in Brock or 8 fairly easily. If you don't have Edge, you got a good shot. So do your math and see how you're going to do. Showdown, I think some of the things that make it easier is generally starting a while after it goes live, because as you get higher notoriety, what happens is you face people with better teams. And the people doing it fastest are up there at the start and at the highest notoriety. So if you wait 3-4 hours to start your showdown, you won't run into as many high-level people as quickly. So you'll have a little bit easier time. And you can play around with that depending on where you're located and how much time you have. But you can play play with that and see what does better for you. I've definitely noticed the later I start, the easier it is. But you also run the risk of not maxing it for some people. So if you're always close, be very careful with that. But that might be worth experimenting with. Use guys with low charges as you get up and everyone has the perks. As you get higher up in notoriety, stop using MP trainers. They're really just going to be a waste. So look for guys instead of MP trainers that change how many gems you get on the starting board. So like, we'll look at Deadman here, for example. If you have Deadman, 75% increased chance for purple gems on the initial gem board. So say you're running Zombie Austin, for example, or Randy Orton, or anyone else that needs purple for that matter, and your opponent has 4 MP down, it negates your MP trainer, so you're just wasting him. Now you start with this on the board, way more likely you're going to get your purple match to start and get going. So there's a bunch of coaches like that. Steamboat is for blacks. We got... blue is Matt Hardy, the rare one, the trickster, so you probably don't have him. Let's see, who else right off the top of my head? I probably should have looked these guys up ahead of time. Jake the Snake is green, so he'll give you more greens on the starting board. There's a bunch of different ones. There's coaches for it too. So look to use those instead of your MP trainers in Showdown. They're very valuable. If you don't want to use those or don't have the proper color, do your primary gem damage or, you know, that type of thing. Move damage, something else. Stone Cold Steve Austin here, Texas Rattlesnake. He's the red one for the red board. Or not red, I'm sorry, yellow. So yeah, Big Show, NWO is a coach that does the same sort of thing. So look for those kind of guys. They're going to make your life easier when you hit those MP reduction perks. So that can help you in Showdown. If you haven't looked into that, I highly suggest it. Also, tag links that help you charge moves faster will be helpful when you hit those perk guys, or just flat out guys that don't care, that get going pretty fast. So Ciampa's going to be pretty good, laying down 2 rows of silence every turn. Obviously Kofi's good because he can do something every turn. Wolfpack Sting is actually quite good. He can change reds into greens every turn. So really good counter to a lot of guys. Hogan in particular, class advantage. Who else? Anyone that can do stuff on turn 1 and do a little bit of damage, drop stuff down, those 1 MP guys. Oh, Ken Shamrock is very good. for Showdown. He doesn't care about tag links and stuff. Obviously, guys, I'm not talking about Hogan T or that kind of stuff. Booker T, everyone knows about. These are, you know, talking to people who might not have those guys. So Ken Shamrock, he's very good. Ciampa could be very good. Guys like that, look for low charge moves. You know, Nash or Hall with their MP steals potentially. So that kind of thing. Look for those kind of guys. Use the starting gem board trainers and that kind of thing, and hopefully have a better Showdown. Try starting a little bit later, see how it goes for you. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope some of you get lucky and pull this 2-star bronze taker. I know I really would like to get him. So have a good Showdown, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this little breakdown helps. And like, subscribe, share, and all of that. And good luck out there.